Larry, what do you
Yes,
think?
sir. Oh, I absolutely adore this movie. And so there's a couple of things that really kind of stick out for me. And the first thing I want to point out is the pig itself.
Mm,
Yep.
The pig, for the course of time, deteriorates very
Yep.
much like her sanity.
Yep.
And she's constantly looking for a way out. She's looking to everything else as just a way away from this place, and it's very Wizard of Oz in that way.
Mhm.
And not just the fact that she fucks a fucking scarecrow,
No.
which is kind of hot.
A scarecrow.
Which, by
Am
the way,
I
I
am I
wanted that thing to
weird?
come. I wanted that thing to come alive. Like I wanted
Yeah.
that to happen.
It looked like it was gonna. Like that
Yeah.
wasn't a typical looking scarecrow. It looked like it could have had someone in it.
Am I
Yeah.
weird for
But that
thinking
would
that it was hot?
No, I thought it was hot.
Erotic.
Yeah, it was very erotic.
erotic.
It made confusing feelings in my brain and pants.
But also watching this film, uh, you look at the dynamic with her and her mother. It's very similar with her and Maxine, and then in a sense, it's almost kind of like it's about generational trauma that it's passed on.
Mhm.
Issues that this woman wasn't able to work out in her own life, so she passed it on to her daughter, and her daughter dreams of being famous and being a star, and seeing the bright lights and everything, and and nothing works out for her, and she reacts in a way that isn't necessarily the right way. And the again, going back to the relationship between the two of them, her mother at one point says, I see you when you think that people aren't seeing you. I see you. And it's her basically saying, people will be afraid of you because you are a fucking psychopath. And you
Yeah.
do not need to leave this farm. You're better here because you're fucking crazy. And I just, I, like, she doesn't hear it that way. It comes off as, mommy knows best, mommy dearest, and that kind of shit. But her mom is trying to protect her from herself because she sees what she is. And I think that that's just
It's an
incredible.
Yeah.
world.
And the same it could be said for Pearl and Maxine. When she's talking to her, she's telling her, you're gonna end up, with nothing. And it's her reflecting her mother's words onto Maxine. And so there's a strong potential, just me, kind of speculating on a film that hasn't come out yet, that that's going to be something that's passed on to somebody else in this next film, and that it's about like passing the buck. And I don't know if that's just me being high or, but that is my takeaway when I watched these two films together. And I thought that this film was beautifully shot, and just eloquent in its approach and execution. And, you know, mirroring the plague of that period of time with the plague that we were dealing with at that time was
Crazy.
fucking just mind blowing that
Yeah, I
they were
forgot
able
about
to
that
ollie
to
that.
mention that. Yeah. It
It was
was like,
such a touch.
right, watching it removed from it now too is much more impactful.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that I get good point on that. I forgot to mention that it connects the plague.
Randy, dang it. Why didn't you say
Yeah.
that?
But
Yeah.
but like
It's fucked up.
specifically her mother's fear when she goes out into the world, that she's bringing it back to her already sick father, is like,
Yeah.
Mm.
again, that's like right up COVID alley. And
You
it
gotta
just
wash your
Yeah.
groceries, Pearl. You gotta wash your fucking groceries.
Yeah.
But
Some
what
bleach on
out of
everything.
10, Larry? What do you
this is a
say?
10. I
10.
don't give a lot of shit the full Monty, but this one is a fucking 10. I think that this is Mia Goth's best performance of her career that I've ever fucking seen. It is a tour de force of fucking vulnerability with violence and just this gravitas that isn't really like the closest thing that I could liken this to, and this is going to sound crazy when I say it, but it's Al Pacino in Scarface. It just felt like such a lived in performance and so vital and raw that it will transcend the genre, just like Scarface transcends that genre for a long period of time. And that's a once in a lifetime fucking performance. It doesn't get better than that. Maxine, I don't have any hope will top Pearl. Pearl was top of the tops. Excellent.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed